Howdy. This is the Gene Machine, coming at you live from the corner of my room. And today I thought we would take a look at some fake Among Us ads and why there's so many of them, if that wasn't obvious enough to you already. Before we do though, I just wanted to thank you guys for the recent overwhelming support on my previous video. The one on that King's Throne ad? It got at the time of this recording 7,500 views in the first 2 days, which for a 2.5k channel is pretty nice, I would say. I would like to mention something I didn't say in that video just so that it's set in stone. I monetized the video, and that was to do a little experiment to see what would happen first. The ad that's paying money to promote itself getting taken down, or my video, the one that's getting paid to call out the ad, getting at least demonetized, let alone taken down. This is all stuff I mentioned in my previous video, but what I want to mention now is as soon as I find out that the ad was successfully taken down, I will be removing monetization from that video, as if the ad is removed, I see no further purpose to have that video making a profit. If you haven't seen that video already, I'd recommend checking it out. There will be a little indicator up at the top of the screen where you can click the video, but above all else, I would highly recommend reporting the source ad, which you can find in the description of that video I made. But, with all that said, let's get back to the topic at hand. This was a highly requested video thanks to some of the members of our Discord who posted various Among Us ads. Link to the Discord will be in the description down below. And so I felt this video has been due for a long time. To give a little context in case you aren't familiar with Among Us, which at this point I don't think is a single one of you, Among Us is a game where you work together with a crew to find out who among you is an imposter. Pretty straightforward. But what some of you may not know, I'm just kidding, all of you know this, is that Among Us became an incredibly trendy game. Everyone and their mothers have tried this game, whether you've tried the free version on mobile or the paid version on Steam. Regardless, the game is popular, enough said. And with an ever-growing popularity comes those who try to capitalize off of its success. Now, let me elaborate. When I say capitalize, that doesn't always mean a bad thing. For example, an instance where someone is positively capitalizing off of the success of Among Us is YouTubers who have and do make videos on playing or discussing Among Us. At the end of the day, a big driving motivation to making content on Among Us is because it's trendy, and as a result, it will net you more views and more money as a result. I mean, hell, at the time of this recording today, there are 6 different Among Us videos on the trending page. But like I said, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's a win-win-win, as I like to call it. The YouTuber, of course, wins because they capitalized off of a trendy subject in a positive way. The viewers who watch the video win because they get to watch their favorite YouTuber play a game they're currently interested in, so long as, of course, they didn't get clickbaited, which in that case, then that would be a negative example, but you get the point. And the company who made Among Us win, because at the end of the day, it's not only more free promotion, but also it keeps the game trending and alive. So as I said, it's a win-win-win. So YouTubers making non-clickbaity content on Among Us is an example of positive capitalization on a trendy game. I mean, hell, even I'm capitalizing off of the game by making this video. I'm going to be adding keywords to the tags of this video that will get people to see it when they type in Among Us. So I do expect that this video will get at least a little more views than my average video. Though don't quote me on that because I could be wrong and that would just be a big slap in the face to the message of this video. But like I said, what I'm doing is an example of positive capitalization. Now, with all that being taken into consideration, not everything is good capitalization. An example of the opposite would be in the mobile game department. Among Us clones, Among Us ads, Among Us styled apps, you name it, Google Play has it. From what we've learned throughout the video, we know that when a game becomes trendy, people will want to associate themselves with it so that when a consumer looks up that trendy game, the other product or video will be in close proximity of the source game they're looking for, ultimately leading to easy findings. So, and this is the part you guys have been waiting for, so I apologize I'm showing it so far into the video. Here's a series of Among Us related ads that have one goal in mind, to get you to download their app, game, or virus by using the success of Among Us. Some of these ads, of course, try their hardest to essentially clickbait you into checking it out. Some of them mix Among Us with sexualization, some of them mix Among Us with other trendy kid games such as Minecraft and Roblox, some of them mix Among Us with current memes like the Among Us drip, and so on and so forth. Point is, people will try whatever they can to catch your attention, and this is only a minuscule percentage of ads that have been created for Among Us style games. Some of these are really bad, like those come to my website and put in your information and you'll get infinite cheats and hacks for Among Us and crap like that. Which, this goes without saying for pretty much anything like that. If an ad offers hacks, cheats, glitches, or whatever for a mobile or Steam game, it's a scam and don't fall for it. If you look at the top of the screen, I do have a video link that I made for a Spotify scam if you're interested in seeing what those are like. But anyway, to summarize, companies and individuals will create Among Us ads that do whatever it can possibly do to catch your attention. And sadly, the games and apps on Google Play, for example, which is what we will be taking a look at, is no different. Here we're going to look up Among Us on Google Play, and of course, the first app that pops up is the official game. However, when you have Among Us in your name and someone types in Among Us, you're going to show up as well. And so here's a ton of Among Us clones, extensions, and just so many other things that have somewhat to do with Among Us. We have apps like notepad extensions, wallpapers, soundboards, alarms, quizzes, fake call simulators, coloring books, you name it. These are mostly poorly made apps that are Among Us themed, all of which have ads enabled so that your 5 minutes on the app before you delete it gets as much money from you as possible. Here's an example of one where it's an app that implies it's an extension for cheats and mods for Among Us, but in reality when you download it, it's just tips and guides on how to get better at the game. But by the time a kid has already figured that out after downloading because they don't know any better, boom, the company that made the app just got 3 or so ads out of that kid who had to watch them all to realize he was being misled. And of course, worst of all, comes the knockoff games. You have not so bad ones like little dress-up games and whatever, games made by people who are probably genuinely fans of the game and wanted to create their own little dress-up stuff or whatever. But then you have games like free Robux Among Us, right? Where here, the company Roblox Games combines the popularity of Among Us and Roblox with a completely irrelevant level-based game that, as you might have guessed, doesn't actually give you Robux, which is the Roblox currency, I might add. Kids download this game, they get an ad for every 3rd level, and go through all 100 levels or whatever just to get the free Robux at the end, just for it in reality to be a complete scam. They say you'll win Robux so that a kid will force himself to go through all of the levels and play as many ads as possible before they realize it's a scam and delete the game. Here's another game where, oh look, you get to run as the Among Us guy. People will play it, get some ads, and then delete the game because it's really just a poorly made game, probably made in 4 hours, just to again capitalize on the popularity of Among Us. Here's the last one I'll show. Online Fall Guys Among Us Multiplayer Knockdown. Kids will see Among Us, they'll see Fall Guys, and they'll even see the Wi-Fi logo in the bottom to know it's an online game. From what I've gotten from the reviews, it barrages you with ads when you open it up, and then you get put into a game that does not actually work, providing the game doesn't crash on you already. Nobody's actually online, if you'd call it that, and you just walk around endlessly realizing you're giving them money through the ads that play every 5 seconds. And this isn't even something that is exclusive to Among Us. This happened when Fortnite was big, this happened when Fall Guys was big, Doki Doki Literature Club, etc, etc. You get the point. Anytime a game is trending, whether it's on mobile or not, there will be hundreds of people who make games and apps ridiculed with ads to capitalize on the game's success before it dies out. Before I end the video, I do want to mention one thing regarding content on YouTube for Among Us. The equivalent of those Among Us scam games is YouTubers who create 3 to 4 videos a day mass producing clickbait Among Us content, which I won't name anyone, but there are some bad apples out there who do it. Those kinds of YouTubers are the bad kinds of capitalization on a trendy game, just like those scam games. Whereas on the contrary, the equivalent of YouTubers who make good videos on Among Us and don't clickbait and yada yada is those who make Among Us apps and games like the Notepad extension or the Dress 'em Up games. Those have good intentions, and more importantly, people are not only knowing what they're signing up for, but also they get what they came for. So it's not like every YouTuber who makes an Among Us video is good, and every game or app on Among Us is bad. There's good apples and there's bad apples. The whole point of this video is to try and show you what makes capitalizing off of a trendy game morally okay, and more importantly, how to easily spot a game or app that is one of those bad apples. Or hell, if it's illegal. Regardless, just always keep this in mind. Where there's a trendy game, there will be hundreds of people out there who will try and use the success of said trendy game to profit off of you without you gaining anything in return, such as those of fake Among Us games. So just be cautious when you look for things like this. If you become curious and download one of these games or apps, you not only give that person some money from ads, but also you give that person an extra download, which at the end of the day just pushes that game or app further up in the recommended search bar, which of course won't help the cause. So to conclude, be cautious and just enjoy the game for what it is. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay real.